Welcome back, everybody. My name is Patrick, joined by Tyson from Dolly TV and Brendan from Gillies TV.
Over here. You're on one stream, but not the other.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, there it is.
Now we're all together there.
All right.
Yeah. Coming to you live from Rogers Place, season opener tonight at Edmonton Oilers, Winnipeg Jets.
What do we think, boys? I'm going to tell you right off the hop. If anyone's looking for score predictions, I know that's usually the first thing we get asked in the chat. I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
I talked to a lot of people on the counter at work today, and it was very simply put. It's either a touchdown for the Oilers or it's a touchdown for the Jets. Either which way, pretty much no in between in my view.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Tyson. I think it's gonna be a high-scoring game, first game back. I did read that Winnipeg has a lot of younger players this year with their veterans, so it'll be cool to see, how they play against this Oilers team. And that second line is a question mark for a lot of people I've seen.
Yeah.
A couple games in, they'll find their connection.
I already told a few people 4-2, so I'm going 4-2 tonight for the Oilers.
Oh, you're stealing Brandon's whole prediction there, right?
Well, I was saying it already today, so.
Okay, all right, that's fair enough. I think the biggest thing is tonight is, you know what, we get to close the page on last year, right? We've gone all through the preseason. Are we better than last year? Whatever. Tonight, the nice part about it is we start anew, we get the job done, hopefully a win, and we're all about this year now. There's hopefully no more questions as Connor McDavid shut it down. What was that, yesterday afternoon in the press conference there, saying we're done talking about last year, let's talk about this year. I think that's the biggest thing we have to look forward to tonight, other than maybe Studio 99.
Yeah. As long as they don't lose 8-1 to start the year.
I'm going to change my prediction. I'm going to stick with the whole overtime thing. 5-4
okay.
Edmonton and OT.
Well, I was thinking about doing a flashback post there. Kind of, we've done this 3 years in a row now, right? We did 22, 23, 24. We're up and going now, getting ready for 24. And we've seen some very, how do I put it, lackluster performances for the majority of the previous 2 years. I think it was the Connor McDavid hat trick and the stellar comeback late in the game in 23 against Vancouver in the home game that kind of propelled us to where we were. And then it was it a 4-3 loss on home ice last year to open up the season after the 8-1 drubbing, and it was still, you lost 4-3 and you felt like you still lost 8-1?
Yeah, I believe you're right. Yeah, it was something close there. Yeah, 3-2 or 4-3 or something like that. Yeah, it wasn't as bad. Thankfully we went at the 8-1 game.
Yeah,
that would have been absolute torture. But
anyone that went to that as an Oilers fan in Vancouver, especially given the way the season panned out, oh boy, that was a rough one to take in.
Yeah, no, for sure. And hi to everybody there. I know there's a bunch of people, Yoshi there, and saying hi to everybody.
Hi.
Yeah, I did want to mention too, I did a video here earlier today talking about the Oilers reclaiming Raphael Lavois. I did put a note in the comment section after that video, but early reports had Raphael Lavois getting claimed by the Oilers and nobody else putting in a claim, so it could go to Bakersfield, but that was corrected later in the day. So Raphael Lavois is still remaining with the Edmonton Oilers for now, and they will have to put him back on waivers again if they want to send him down.
And that's where I think the big thing for us now is maybe Raphael Lavois sitting up there in the press box tonight. I think all indications said he just remained in Edmonton throughout the day yesterday anyway. But I think he might be sitting up in that press box saying, an injury tonight might not be the worst thing for my odds here. So whether he wanted to stick around on the original roster or not, he might have his shot here if anything goes funky in a game where we've been promised the intensity will be ratcheted up. So
yeah. Well, I'd be curious if he does get into the lineup at all, right? Because, do the Oilers just put him back on waivers again tomorrow? And whoever, they got to determine which team it was that was interested in him as well that put in the other claim.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, are they going to keep trying to claim him as well?
Well, I know it's been thrown out there that it was Colorado that put in a claim. They've got 3 guys on the wings tonight suiting up in game 1 of the season that have 0 games played in the NHL. I think that was what was floated out this afternoon. So, I think, again, Colorado taking a flyer on a guy that's got 10 games instead of guys that have 0. That makes sense, but again.
Yeah, Epiphany noting that in the comment section as well on mine there. Yeah, that was most likely Colorado. So Yeah, that makes sense for sure. If they're dressing 3 guys that have no experience in the NHL.
And to put it blatantly, too, I think Lavois actually had a decent preseason. His shooting mentality was there.
Yeah.
Him and Kajula came into this preseason shooting the puck, not trying to be fancy with it. And that's kind of what this Oilers team missed early on in Connor McDavid's years. It was all fancy passing between Dry and McDavid or whoever. Now they're starting to shoot the puck.
Sorry. That just made me remember Patrick and I talked on the way up here, well, on my way up from southern Alberta this afternoon, and just talking about the Dave Tippett days when Leon and Connor used to have to play 50 minutes a night. That's exactly what that, oh yeah, fancy passing between Leon and Connor. Well, we had no other choice. Those are the only guys on the ice 90% of the time.
And I know some people have been saying we need a bigger body in the lineup. Lavois, what, 6'2", 6'4"?
Yeah.
That's a big forward to be running around just hitting defense for 10 minutes a night.
Yeah, the hard part was just finding who you're taking out. I mean, I know a lot of people want like Corey Perry out or Derek Ryan, but again, I'd like to see Lavois higher than the 4th line though, because if he's not on the power play and he's not on the penalty kill, he's going to be getting like 6 minutes a night. And like, is Raphael Lavois really going to be effective playing 6 minutes a night?
Yeah, I think that's kind of going to this offseason why they didn't match Holloway. No room for him.
Yeah.
And you know what? You've already got a 6-minute-a-night guy in Vasily Podkolzin in the lineup.
Yeah.
Are you really going to fall into the old Oilers trap right under Jay Woodcroft? Dave Tippett was worse to an extent of it, but you play 10 guys a night, right?
Yeah.
Like, are you going to play 10 guys a night, spare off 2 guys that have stiff legs after 2 periods of play because they played 3 minutes, and they play their most minutes a night when you're losing 8-1, 7-2?
Yeah, like if you can get Lavois on, well, he's not going to be on the power play for sure, but if you can get him in the penalty kill, then I think it makes more sense. And I think it would have made more sense if they were keeping Lavois to not re-sign everybody that they did on the 3rd line. But, I mean, after that Stanley Cup playoff run, how do you not re-sign those guys, right?
Well, and knowing that those guys, after a year of not really, well, Henrik differently, but the 2 guys on the wings, after a year of not producing, right? And then to show up when no one else was, essentially, in those few games against Florida, and spark the team the way they did, you got to reward those guys. And Corey Perry, I mean, ultimately, you know what he's here for. He's exactly here for what Kyle Okposo did with Florida last year. So
yeah, I just noticed in my stream there, Chase asking what happened with Lavois. Lavois was put back on waivers. The Oilers claimed him, but another team put in a claim as well. So if you're late to the stream, Lavois is having to stay with the Edmonton Oilers for now. We thought originally he could be sent right to Bakersfield, but he's still up with the Oilers as of now. So he's cutting into that cap space that they want to be accruing right now. So I don't think that's going to be a long-term thing.
No, and that's where, as much as we can talk about getting Raph into the lineup and all that, it is very much so, as I think you've put it to me a few times, dreaming on my part, right? Raphael Lavois, he's got to fit in the organization. He's got a role here, but when you're that 13th, 14th forward on an Oilers roster that carries 12, you're not in the NHL.
Yeah.
Unless they go a different route and put a defenseman on waivers.
Well, and
Dermott's playing tonight. Stretcher would be the odd one out.
I don't know. Yeah, you'd know more about that. You've had all day to analyze what's going on there.
I think they're just letting Dermott in. It's first game, right? Probably just letting the guy. He just signed a contract. I mean, Stetcher's played here before. Not much, but
Yeah.
he's played here before.
Well, and that's the tough part for Stetcher is
Yeah.
he kind of had something hampering him when he got here. So
Yeah. So
tough go.
yeah, I mean, I think ideally they should go down to 6 defensemen and carry an extra forward, whether it's Noah Philp, whether it's Lavois, whoever you want to try and get in there. I think Noah Philp definitely has the edge on that right now, but
I think he has the edge on Derek Ryan to play full time.
yeah. Well, I think, like I've been saying all training camp long, having Perry and Ryan on a rotation, and then you have Philp there as the 4th line center.
Yep.
So,
Okay. Well,
But-
we have run for almost 10 minutes here.
has it been that long? Jeez,
It has been that long.
Goes by quick when you're talking with other people.
And it truly does. I know normally if we try to get
Yeah.
the early afternoon pregame in, we're always struggling to fill it with content. But
Yeah.
we actually have a chance to get things going here tonight for a pretty big season opener. So that's pretty awesome, I must say. So
Yeah. Yeah, the 3 of us Headed up to Studio 99, so really excited to check that out. And yeah, hopefully it's a awesome season opener tonight. So,
Yep. All right. Well, let's do this, boys. Let's go eat.
Yeah.
All right. You've been watching the Oilers Fanatic. Thanks for being a fan. Appreciate you guys coming in.
Well, yeah, this is weird trying to end it on two streams. Friends, we'll catch you next time out.
See you guys later.
I don't know if we'll be able to get through the post-game pandemonium, especially if we win, but we'll figure it out. Have a great night, everybody.
Yeah, we'll be back after the game, guys. See ya.